Welcome back. We're back at it again on the 2012 Ford Focus. Today we're doing a valve cover gasket, so let's get into it. It's pretty much just a series of 8s, and then we have some clips that hold the harness on, and then some electrical connectors. I'm going to go ahead and spray around these seals. They look pretty crusty. Not sure if it'll make a difference, but we'll see. Make sure all these are 8s. Yep, that's an 8. Yeah, everything's an 8. Yeah. All right. Let's grab a little extension. Well, tube. That. All right. Be careful, try not to break any of your clips. Oh yeah, she's leaking. We'll get those cleaned off real good before they go back. Holy cow. That's the worst one. All right, I'm gonna have to get my fluid extractor in there. Holy cow. I don't know how well this is gonna show up on my phone, but there's one spark plug, 2 spark plug, 3 spark plug, 4 spark plugs. These suckers are full of oil. This valve cover's been leaking forever. release down here underneath. I can't really tell. Yep, okay, yeah, there's a little clip you gotta push to release that. All right, this looks like another little type of clip. And there's a matching one over there on the bottom. All right. Does that have to come all the way off? I don't know, but we'll take it all the way off. Set you right there. Come on. Okay, there's something happened there. I think I got it. Okay, we got it. All right, get that out the way. Get there. All right, got one more. Those. And then that harness. And the Christmas tree right there. Let's. Move this sucker out of the way. Come up there. Or don't. It don't matter. There we go. Okay. Is that attached anywhere else? It does not appear so. Okay. It's just going to be somewhat in the way. Unless I can get it up over that. Here we go. I think we can work with that. All right, let's get all of our 8s. I don't think that's into anything. I think, but it's got to come off. Right here. Also captured. It's hard to tell through all the oil. Yeah, that's definitely looser. There's seals around these. We got to get it up over the seals. And then I just don't know about that. But what be stuck on now? Wires. All wires. be honest, it'll probably come out better the other way. Alright. Alright, we really need to get down in those valleys where those spark plugs are. God damn it. There, you stay there. Clean off where those spark plugs are. Just a dollop where the timing cover meets the head is all you need, kind of like a Toyota. Alright, now the fun part is going to be fishing this thing back in without losing the gasket. Mostly without losing the gasket. Come on. Oh. Get around there. Alright, take a little forward so I can bring it back. Oh, but whatever that is. Okay, there we go. We're still like hanging up. Oh. Over all kinds of stuff. Our gasket's still holding. Okay. All the connectors are out of the way. Maybe. Maybe I want to rethink that. Put maybe a little bit of grease on those seals so they slide in a little easier. Okay, things that occurred since I cut the video off. As I was putting on putting the valve cover back on, I heard a crack, realized I cracked it, and then on top of that, one of the VVT seals had ripped open because the solenoids were so rusty, I guess, that it just caught and tore it. So since then, I now have a new valve cover and 2 new VVT solenoids to replace. So we will get those in, get this valve cover done, and then that way we can move on with this car, hopefully soon. Anyway, let me get this old valve cover off. I've just had it sitting on here to just keep the dust off the motor. Yeah, so it's been a few days since that first half of this video. Just mainly waiting on parts. Those edges were really rougher than they look, especially on this is the one I believe that ripped it, but who knows. And we've got the greatest brand from the aftermarket, Walker. And if you're wondering what brand I got, it was the SKP. It was the only one I could find in stock anywhere, and that was Rock Auto. That wasn't astronomically priced. So that's what I went with. Gasket's already in there, seals are already in there. So we look like we're good to go here. I just got to get my silicone down there. And I don't know, part of me wants to put a dab back here on the back of the cam, right where these go. And I might do that. I guess it wouldn't hurt. whenever I did, oh, there it is. All right. I'm also still going to just to help that cover slide on there. All right, there's that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do it. All right. Now, let's see if we can get this thing to go on fairly smooth. And what am I hanging on here? Okay. Okay, goes on a lot smoother when nothing's ripping. Just a quick recap though, started this a few days ago. Everything was going well. Apparently the old valve cover was pretty brittle because as I was putting it on, I was putting a lot of pressure trying to get it on over these solenoids, and it cracked right between the two solenoids, hurt it. And then as I pulled it off, I noticed that one of the solenoid seals had torn as well. So set us back a few days, had to order new valve cover. I went ahead and got new solenoids because I didn't want to ruin another seal, or and actually finding just the seals is not as easy. And I didn't want to buy a whole new gasket set either. So that's kind of where we're at.